I'm a beast.
Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home.
I'm a beast.
Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind.
I'm a beast.
Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home.
I'm a beast.
Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. Step up in the building, swagger on point, right? Put your seatbelt on, cause it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long fight, but then again, maybe not. I'm about to get it in. Yeah, I got it on my mind. Let's end this thing in regulation. I ain't thinking overtime, cause I didn't work overtime, and I ain't trying to overgrind. I transform the beast mode just like
Optimus Prime.
I can't hit the ball hard. I love this game, it's all I got. That's why I'm going all out and give it everything I got. Yeah, I give it all I got. As if it was my only shot. I play the game to win to the end until I pass out with you.
It's Tebow. He's running all the way back to the left of the 5-yard line. Stretches it out. That's Anthony D. He gets out to the 25. He breaks another tackle to the 30, the 35, the 40, 50, the 45, the 40, 30, 25. There's nobody near him.
No flags.
What a play.
Anthony D goes the distance. D stands for distance. Come the Clippers. On the low block, kick out, downtown, Yahtzee! By Landry, 0-0, 0-on-0. Caruso from downtown, knocks down a triple.
In front of the goal mouth, they jump for it. The header finds the back of the net. Hadley Camo with a spectacular play.
Sports give kids so much more than wins and losses. They build confidence, teamwork, leadership, resilience, lessons that prepare them for success in school, in careers, and in life. None of that matters if kids aren't safe. A concussion, an injury, or unsafe conditions can end a child's sports journey too soon. Safe Sports Network is there, on the sidelines, in schools, and in our community, preventing injuries, responding to emergencies, and guiding kids safely back to the games they love. With every donation, you're not just funding a program, you're protecting kids' futures. You're investing in safer fields, gyms, and rinks. Please join us. Support Safe Sports Network, because every child deserves to play safe.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Stello Stadium here in the Gate City of Nashua, New Hampshire. It is a rainy Sunday morning, but the new field turf here at Stello seems to be handling the precipitation quite well. Jason Roby here along with Steve Cody. You are watching the Highlight Guy. We'll be bringing you action from 6 games here this morning and this afternoon, well into the early evening. It's going to be a long day of football, but a great day. It's kickoff day, and ironically, there is no kickoff in the JV2 game. That's our first game here between the Derry Wolverines in their white jerseys, yellow pants, and dark helmets, a la Michigan or Delaware style, as it were. And the Nashua Cougars are in their dark jerseys with the Columbia blue numbers. And you can see a beautiful picture there from the Highlight Guy, Steve Cody. And we'll be covering a few games throughout the course of this season. We had an awesome experience last year calling several of these games, and we want to thank everybody for your support and for donating and for becoming sponsors of the Highlight Guy. We'll go over a few of those as we progress here. All right, there's no kickoff. The clock will run. It is 1st and 10. You'll see a double wide slot shotgun formation by the Cougars. Calling the signals will be number 10, Jordan Medeiros. He'll hit the speed sweeper on the left side. It was stuffed up. A little reversal of the field. And this is Lucas Hernandez. And he heads down the sideline, keeps his feet. He steps out of bounds. And that play was busted up from the get-go. And you'll see Lucas having to stop, reverse field, pivot, and head back towards the Derry sideline for a sizable gain. Finally pushed out of bounds there, but it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars on the Wolverine 23-yard line. The Cougars JV2 team will employ a spread formation. They'll be led by their lineman Kobe Ray Coleman up front and Caleb Gerard, 61 and 65 respectively, are the guys that kind of anchor that offensive line. Here comes the motion again, and again it goes to Hernandez. This time he has a little trouble handling the ball. We might get a holding call there. Look like the referee may have missed that one. And we are in for the touchdown. I do hear a whistle. Do I see yellow on the flat field? Yes, I do. You'll watch that back. And there was a little rodeo hold'em there on the edge as the Derry Wolverine player kind of got pulled back. You can see a smile on the face of the referee as they knew it was coming. So that holding call going to negate the touchdown. It'll bring it back. We pulled up this morning, and it was pouring outside, but I will tell you that the Nashua Cougar fan base is in full force out there. They were getting after it. Music blaring. And it was like a big party. Steve Cody was down there dancing. Impressive stuff. I'm just kidding. Steve was up here setting up. I've never seen this many wires in my life up here in the booth. That holding penalty is a spot foul, so it'll be first down replayed. It'll be 1st and 20, and the Cougars will set up shop at about the 31-yard line. They're going right to left on your screens. Again, the spread formation employed. Shotgun snap, handoff to the big fella around the right side. Nice job on the edge by number 40 for the Wolverines. That was Brennan Voisin. And tackled in the backfield for a loss was number 52, Dominic Colangeli. So Colangeli takes a huge loss. I guess they say only lost about a yard, so it'll still be 2nd down and a manageable 22. We'll see what the head coach John Michael Pearson employs here on this 2nd down play. As the rain continues to fall here. Not supposed to last all day. Nice and dry up here in the press box at Stello Stadium. Shotgun snap off the left side, cut back. Ball is on the carpet, bouncing around, and it is going to be recovered by the Wolverines. So the carpet not so slick, but the football going to give them some problems here today. Both teams got to keep your hands dry. And one of the things we always used to tell kids is gloves might not be a good thing to have today. In addition, towels. We always used to go to Walmart and pick up a bunch of towels and make sure we had them on our backs or in the front of our pants so that we could always wipe our hands off. And the other thing is the referees usually carry towels too and keep the ball off the ground in between snaps. Might not see that here today in the early going as the rain is supposed to stop at some point. 1st and 10, Derry Wolverines. Talking to head coach Travis Fowler this morning and indicated there are only 4 JV2 teams, so each of these teams will get to play each other twice, and the teams that do have programs are pretty good teams with pretty good feeder systems to the high school level. Little belly play on the reverse pivot and keeping his feet, bouncing out to the left side, breaking tackles. He's off to the races, and he might have the edge. He does. He steps out of bounds at the last second there, trying to tightrope down the sideline. Brennan Voisin, and we'll go back to that first series for the Cougars, that first play from scrimmage where Hernandez barely got out of bounds. That was a touchdown-saving push-out, and so we'll see if the same thing happens here for the Cougars as Voisin has a sizable gain on first down. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Barking signal, split end, wing to the left. And this one bounced outside, and they found that edge. They found something they liked there. They got to set the edge if you're the Cougars because the Wolverines are making hay around that left side. That was Oliver Bello. And Bello, again, with a sizable gain on first down. It was about an 8-yard pickup down to the 34-yard line of the Cougars. The wing right off the tight end, the split end to the left, shotgun formation, no under center. So we have a true wing T look here, and that's exactly what the Pinkerton Astros run. So nice run there. And what you see from wing T teams, it's called series football, as number 39, Shank Grayson, carried the ball. You're going to see one play leads to the next play, leads to the next play. So they ran a power off the right side there. So you've seen 3 different backs carry the football this morning from this Wolverine team, and that's the MO of the wing T offense, is to come at you with the same looks with a variety of different plays. Now that's tight end wing to the left, split end right. Halfback to the right side, fullback behind the quarterback, and here's Waggle. Waggle's a pass play. Going deep, got a man. Rainmaker, literally, that ball hung up there for what seemed like ages. It was open, and one of the things that's difficult when you're a wing T team is when you waggle out, you've got to break that tackle box. You have the option to run the football as well. But if you see a man open, sometimes you have to set your feet and throw, and that's not really the design of the play. You roll out with the thought of, I can tuck it and go. But the play was wide open. Again, throwing the ball might be a little tough today, at least in the early going. Tight end wing to the right, split end left. They have a slot to the left as well. Here comes motion. And here comes the speed sweep to that left side. He has the edge, and he's off to the races again. He'll have enough for the first down. Finally pushed out of bounds there by number 21, Jasani Cutter, but not before picking up the necessary yardage for a first down. Nice run on the outside. I believe that was, I think it was Cody McIntyre for the Wolverines. I want to thank you all for joining us here on a rainy Sunday morning. I wish it was Saturday. I'll tell you what I did yesterday. You'll get a kick out of it. Wing is to the right, halfback. They run the trap. Arguably the best play in the entire playbook. The fullback trap hits right up the gut, so they run the trap, then they fake the power. The quarterback rolls out on what we call a keep-out look, and that'll pick up a pretty sizable gain. It'll bring up a second down and a long 3, maybe 4. So that trap play, again, that's the first time they've run it. So you've pretty much seen the entire arsenal of plays here by this Wolverine team. They've run the speed sweep, they've run belly, they've run power, they've run trap. See if they have some kind of a counter set up here. Wing is to the right now, half back to the left, split end left. They just run the power off to the right side, and this one is stacked up. Ball ripped out of the hands. We have our second turnover of the game, and he spikes it on the ground, and the flag flies. Hate to see that, because now what happens is, and this is a teachable moment, what happens is you're going to get marched back 15 yards for unsportsmanlike conduct, and now your heels are in your own end zone. So that's a teachable moment for these youngsters, but the ball was ripped out of his hands. That play was fantastic. This break in the action give us a chance to talk about the Nashua Cougars. They're a nonprofit organization created to give every child the opportunity to reach their greatest potential in youth football. And that's before they head to high school. They work with the Nashua High School North coaches to ensure their athletes are ready to compete at the high school level by the time they arrive. It gives them their greatest opportunity to continue to excel beyond high school. To learn more, go to their website, NashuaCougars.net. That's NashuaCougars.net. And we were given some great news this morning. Some of the numbers have doubled, right, Steve, in the program, and we're happy to help that along. You can advertise with the highlight guy, and you can watch your business boom. And this Nashua Cougar organization, the beneficiary of that. Numbers are steadily improving, and this is they're still inside of 5 years in the program. I believe it's their fourth year or their third year in existence, and they've already put a fantastic product out on the field. All right, that penalty will march them back, so they're inside their own 10-yard line at about the 8. Shotgun snap, run off the right tackle, little power look there, and took an army of about 8 Wolverines to bring down number 52. That was Dominic Colangeli. And a nice gain on first down. It'll be a second down and a long 4, we'll call it. Play will come in from the back. They signal it just like they do at the high school. So both of these programs, of course, the color scheme very somewhat similar for the Cougars. Obviously, this Wolverine team, they will like the Michigan Wolverine look, but they'll be wearing pink and red. And the ball hits the carpet again, and it rolls around, and it's going to be falling on it about the 1-yard line. And that was kind of my point with the unsportsmanlike penalty, and the emotions get the best of you. That fumble brings you back to inside your own 1-yard line, and now things get really interesting on third down and about 17. All right, Cougars will set up. They're in a double slot set. They'll motion into the backfield. They'll run that speed sweep to the right. Kind of what he does there is it starts to look like a stretch, and he plants his right foot, and he cuts it up. And there wasn't a lot of breathing room there. That was a play that was designed to probably give them some breathing room when they punt, and I don't know that they will. We'll see what they run. It is 4th down and forever here. And I don't believe they punt. I think they They run a fourth down play potential, and they'll run a little quick hitter off the right side. Ball nearly came out. It's a good second effort, but the secondary run support came up to corral Colangeli. And now the Wolverines JV2 team will have a favorable field position here, first and goal from the Wolverine 4-yard line. Hey, make sure you stay up to date with all the Highlight Guys' upcoming live streams. Subscribe to THG Sports Network and our YouTube channel today and never miss out on the games you want to see. Just go to thehighlightguy.com, choose the live stream page, and click the buy button, B-U-I buy. For YouTube, search the Highlight Guy and hit subscribe. We thank you in advance. We're going to get a timeout. Cougars, is John Michael Pearson is looking for his second defense out there, so they were a player short on the field. And again, you'll just now, again, probably see that series football that the wing tee employs. I'll give us a chance to talk about Earth Tech Systems. Earth Tech Systems is a premier provider of heat pump technology with a strong specialization in geothermal HVAC systems. By championing energy efficiency and sustainability, their innovative solutions not only prioritize environmental benefits, but also help customers have save significantly on energy costs. So whether you're considering a new heat pump system or you need repairs, their skilled team is ready to handle even the most complex projects. Learn more about their cutting-edge designs and unmatched expertise at earthtechsystems.com. I know you didn't write that, Steve Cody. That was very well worded. Flag will fly. We're going to get an encroachment penalty. And I'll tell you what, that's not the absolute worst thing because it's only half the distance to the goal. So it's not a 5-yard penalty. It's more like a 1.5, 2-yard penalty. So you can be a little more aggressive defensively down here in terms of snap count, in terms of how you line up, because the penalty's not that great. It's still a penalty, but, you know, give yourself a chance. Wing is to the right, split in left. Halfback is strong. And they'll just run that quick hitter, isolation play. The fullback, the halfback led up in there. And it is in for the touchdown. That was number 40 following the block of his halfback. Brennan Voisin, in for the touchdown. It is 6-0, Derry Wolverines. So, seems like that initial run for the Cougars was a long time ago. They were threatening. They scored on the second play from scrimmage, called back due to a holding call, and now the fortunes have been reversed. Derry will go for the 2-point conversion. Here comes a speed sweep. He has the edge again. They are just blocking off of that edge, and there's no answer. They'll have to try to outflank or rotate somebody. That was Henry Forbes on the speed sweep around the left side, and now it is 8-0 Derry Wolverines in the first. Yeah, if you hear me clearing my throat a lot today, I got my Fisherman's Friends. Those are the best cough drops on the market that you can get, but I will tell you that yesterday afternoon I went as a Christmas gift. My family and I received tickets to see the Bee Gees tribute band at the Palace Theater, and I will say, now I am a huge live music guy. Over the past year, I've seen a bunch of shows. Pink at Gillette Stadium, saw Metallica, saw David Lee Roth at the Hampton Beach Ballroom Casino. That was an adventure. Saw David Lee Roth, Joe Satriani, Steve Vai. I mean, I've been to a lot of shows, and you know, so, but the Palace Theater, a nice little theater in Manchester, New Hampshire, and I will tell you, what a great show. If you're a child of the 70s or even the 80s, or even the 90s, you might remember some of their tunes. It was just a fantastic afternoon. And if you're looking for something to do today and you can't watch this, get over to the Palace Theater. Check it out. Staying Alive, the Bee Gees tribute band. All right. Shotgun formation. Rolling to his right. Here comes the pressure. Throws off his back foot. Hung up in the air, broken up at the last second. It was a pretty good defensive play there. They're going to call, I think they're going to call pass interference potentially on the Wolverines. That was Brendan Scheibert. It looked like he was playing the ball, but the flag came out. We'll see what they do here. Okay, that's declined. Too many players in the backfield. That means there weren't enough linemen on the line of scrimmage. You need to have 7 guys on the line of scrimmage across the field. So your 5 interior guys is what you're looking for. You see that now. The center, number 61, 2 players on either side of him. And then you need 2 more guys that are even with the ball that need to line up on that 35-yard line. If you don't have 7, you don't have enough. And so you see the 2 far outside guys lining up just on that 35-yard line. They are on the line of scrimmage, so they have 7. And that will do it for the first quarter here from Stello Stadium. It is the Derry Wolverines JV2 team up 8-0 against the Nashua Cougars. You are watching Northeast Junior High Football League on the Highlight Guy. Jason Roby and Steve Cody with you for the entirety of the day. We'll see how long the voice lasts. Got to pace myself, Steve. The Patriots are on today at 1. I'll be recording that. And that'll give us a chance to talk about Bouvier Prepare. I used my Bouvier Prepare voice there, Steve. Did you see that? Bouvier Prepare provides comprehensive college recruiting consulting services for student athletes and their families. If you're looking for guidance in the process for lacrosse, field hockey, soccer, and volleyball, Bouvier Prepare can provide a personalized plan for success. Contact them at bouvierprepare@gmail.com or call 603-465-1102. That's Bouvier Prepare, BOUVIER prepare@gmail.com, 603-465-1102. And did you know that as a nonprofit organization, the Nashua Cougars would not thrive and provide such an incredible experience for the athletes without the generosity of their sponsors? I'd like to give a huge Cougar roar to their top sponsors for the 2025 season: Basco Excavation, Lopez Hardwood Floor Services, and Comcast. To all of the sponsors not mentioned, the Cougars want you to know they're very thankful for everything you do and for the kids every year to ensure the athletes have everything that they need. All right, first play of the second quarter, 8-0 Wolverines. Cougars set up shop at the 35. It'll be 2nd and 10. Quick hitter off the right side. They found something off that right side, and a nice job blocking up front by the Cougar offensive line as Colangeli hit the hole at an angle. That may have been just a zone play. I'm not sure. There was a pull there from the offensive line. We'll take a closer look, but nice job off the right side there by Jason Guzman, number 69, getting a pretty good block in there. And here comes the speed sweep to the left side. Now they have the edge, and quickly coming up from the outside, breaking tackles. Flags will fly on this, so the clock will stop as they take a look. It was good secondary run support and fill by the secondary and the linebackers for the Wolverines, and that's stuff that you really work on in practice. Is after Kane Pacheco, number 31, broke the initial tackle, 3 Wolverines there at the next level. So they all run their lane, and what you teach kids at the youth level is you should never follow the same color jersey to the football. So in other words, if we're on different levels running to the ball carrier, you should never be following a shirt of a teammate. You should always be at a different angle of pursuit. All right, that penalty, holding penalty, will bring them back. So now becomes a third. It's a tough call because they were 2 yards away from the first down, and now they find themselves about 15 yards away from the first down. Third down and 15. Speed sweep off to the right side. Breaking contain, trying to grab him. Can't. Cut back. He does. Another cut back, swinging the ball around. He's going to have enough for the first down. So a couple of missed tackles there by the Wolverines and some good hard running by Lucas Hernandez on that speed sweep. Now the Cougars have something cooking. Nice job on the edge by Hernandez, cutting back. I want to thank you all for listening to us here this morning on the Highlight Guy. We'll be calling 6 games for you throughout the entirety of the day. This is our first one, the Derry Wolverines and the Nashua Cougars at the JV2 level. 8-0 Wolverines. And this one was doomed from the get-go as a tackle for loss back there. Looked like somebody did not account for number 39. That was Grayson Shank blitzing from his position, or he just was not accounted for from his defensive end spot. May have had some kind of an interior stunt as he came off that right edge with bad intentions. So second down and 15. You got to play in front of the sticks, and the Cougars have been playing behind them. Tossed up into the air. It was intended, it looked like, for number 21, Jasani Cutter, but there were Wolverines everywhere, so that'll bring up a third down and 15. Rain continues to fall here at Stello Stadium. Of course, we've been here when it's been rain, sun-soaked as well. Today, not so much. Double slot set, quarterback, 3-step drop. It's a screen. It goes off of a couple of hands. They had it set up nicely, but the Johnny Lujack jump pass just got through the hands of Colangeli, and fortunate are the Cougars because that ball, if picked off, there was nothing but clear sideline down that right side. So Cougars are fortunate that's just an incomplete pass. Fourth down and 15. Timeout, Wolverines. They want to talk something over defensively because this is a huge play upcoming. Are you looking to play sports in college? If yes, then let the Highlight Guy help you get noticed and recruited. We create highlight videos, we film sporting events, and we live stream, all with the goal of getting athletes noticed by college coaches. With the Highlight Guy, you are the star, so let us help you. Go to thehighlightguy.com or email steve@thehighlightguy.com to get started. That's steve@thehighlightguy.com. And by the way, if you have not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button so that you can be aware whenever we schedule a live stream. You can see the huddle in there. Coach Travis down there and John Michael Pearson addressing the troops. A lot of these youngsters were here for the opening night on Friday as the Nashua North Titans defeated the Manchester Central Little Green 31-7. These Cougars will one day be Nashua North student athletes and wearing the Columbia and Navy. You can learn all about how the Nashua North football program started if you go to Pete Hansen Football. That's Hanson, Pete Hansen Football. Pete Hansen does interviews, and he interviewed yours truly for about an hour and a half, and we talked all about the first teams in Nashua North high school history. So if you're looking for something to do, hit that up on YouTube. Here comes a double reverse. And that fumble on that second handoff allowed for the play to be stopped in the backfield. Grayson Shank again. And again, the Cougars had something cooking there on that reverse. But anytime the ball exchanges hands, we'll stop the clock because it'll be a turnover on downs. Anytime the ball exchanges hands more than once on a wet day, you're rolling the dice that the kids won't drop it. And that's at any level. You know, youth football, high school football, college or pros. On a wet day, that's when the turnovers can kind of rear their ugly head. So at the very fortunate least, the Cougars were able to not give up a scoop and score. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Derry Wolverines. They'll wind the clock. Play will come in from the sideline as that mass of people you see at the 45-yard line, that's called a huddle. Not done a lot anymore in today's game, but the old wing tee is, and I'll tell you this, Pinkerton won the state title last year running the wing tee. They scored 42 points in that title game, 42 points. So the offense does work. It's a tight end to the right, slot to the left. And now it'll be a student body look. 2 pulls. It's a pass play. Oh, and just to the inside, the pass was intended for Brennan Voisin, but it was thrown to his, rather than his upfield shoulder, it was thrown to his back shoulder. It was a nice job of maneuvering there as he rolled out by the quarterback. He tried to set his feet. Pressure came. He continued to roll, set his feet, and then throw, and it was just a bit inside. So 2nd down and 10. But I like the play call on 1st down because you're going to go for it on 4th down. So you're actually, you get an extra down in essence. You can see the Wolverines looking at their wristbands. Probably has a color scheme or a number scheme, so they know what play they're running. Split ends to the right, wing is to the left. Little trap up the middle of dive play. And off to the races. Finally tackled down there was Brennan Voisin. It was just a quick hitter. Reverse pivot by the quarterback. And good blocking up front by the Wolverines. .7:40 to go in the first half. 8-0 Derry Wolverines. Watching Northeast Junior High Football League action. This is the JV2. This is our first of 6 games that we'll call for you today. Wing left, split right. Backfield is set to the split end side. So we call that weak. We would call that weak instead of strong. If the halfback was to the wing side, we'd call it strong. Little power off the left side. Getting to the edge is number 33, Chase Billingsley. Billingsley, that play was probably designed to go more off tackle. It was stuffed pretty good by the interior of the Cougars, and so Billingsley bounced it outside and picked up the necessary yardage for the 1st down. Wing right split weak, we would call this. Isolation play was blown up, bounces to the outside, nothing doing. As great job by the defense of the Cougars. It was led by number 61 and number 67. That was Kobe Ray Coleman and Carmelo Garcia. The initial play was stuffed, but Grayson Shank kept his feet. Kobe Ray Coleman and Carmelo Garcia were there to make sure they finished things off. So Second down and about 12. All right, now they have a slot to the right, wing to the left, one fullback behind the quarterback. Motion to the slot side. It'll be a speed sweep, and they did not adjust. And this one could end up in the end zone, and it does. And a nice job of setting the formation to outnumber your opponents at the point of attack. That was number 87, Henry Forbes. And what the Wolverines did there was they widened the field. And on that speed sweep, it created some room over there for Forbes to maneuver. He got up the right sideline. And the lead will extend here in the second quarter. It is now 13-0. Wolverines, and they'll go for 2. Wing left split. Quarterback rolls to the right, does not have a man initially. He's going to tuck it and go, and right there as he's in. And that's exactly what we talked about. And we'll get a late hit there, but that was, I think, that was number 43 on the rollout, Torrin Flood. And Flood did just that. He flooded the end zone. He rolled out to the right. And remember that all rollout plays by the quarterback, you have a green light to run the football. Well, they're staying down in that neck of the woods, so I'm not sure if that penalty is going to be against the Wolverines. That'll get the call from the head official here as the rain continues to keep pouring down. After a lengthy discussion, you have a personal foul. Okay, so it's unnecessary roughness against the Wolverines, so we will replay the 2-point conversion, but now that's a 15-yarder. So you have one play to get it in the end zone from about the 18. We'll see what the Wolverines draw up here. It's 14-0 Wolverines. They're trying to get this 2-point conversion, and they'll have to do it from quite a ways away. A lot of times they just go back to a very similar play. We'll see if they do. They do not. Now they do. Throw it into the end zone. It is caught. Does he get in? And it appears that he was stopped just shy of the goal line. It was underthrown. The receiver came back, made a fantastic catch, but was tackled shy of the goal line. So great job by the Cougars keeping that effort short. So that's a pretty big play. It's 14-0, and we've seen the Cougars do have the ability to move the ball. As we said earlier, they have to play in front of the chains on first down. The second and long, third and long situations, I'm going to try to steer clear of them if you can. Rainy day here at Stello Stadium. Should we put in our coffee order, Steve? We put in a coffee order. If anyone is coming over to the stadium and you want to hook us up, Steve Cody drinks a large hot coffee with milk. I'm sure he'd take a medium. I'm a hazelnut regular guy, hot. In case anyone out there is listening. Oh, and that play chased down from behind. Now that ball came loose. They're holding the spot, waiting for a call from the official. Yeah, it's going to be, they're going to say second down, but I'll tell you, it looked like the ball may have come loose and slid down, so the Cougars are fortunate there. Good to see Jazani Cutter come off the field under his own power. He'll be okay. And the Wolverines were coming off that edge hard from the backside, ran that play down, and nearly came away with a turnover. And again, it's 2nd and 14. A little bit of confusion here on the Wolverines side as they're running some players in. The You run the play here, you're going to get a penalty. There should be a penalty called for too many men on the field. The referee does not call the penalty. There were, at my count, 13 players on the field for the Wolverines, but no timeout called and no penalty thrown. Good hustle by the kids getting off the field. That picked up maybe a yard, 3rd and 13 for the Cougars. So that 5-yard penalty would have helped anyway. Get you to a 3rd and 10 situation. 3rd and 9. As it is, it's 3rd and 13. Trips to the left, split end to the right, shotgun formation. Rolling to his left, little screen pass. And that one, they were trying to sell the fact that they were going to run a bunch of routes deep. Came back with a little middle screen action. And a nice job by the Wolverines sniffing that one out. Wolverines have a good sense of smell, Steve, so I understand. They sniffed that one out. But there is that will be a 15-yard penalty, or is that the half? So not really sure what transpired there just now. It was either it was 4th down apparently. Okay, so I thought it was 3rd down. My fault. As the kids say these days, my bad. Remember that my bad and I'm sorry are two different things. You say my bad, I'm already aware of that. Say I'm sorry, that means you're willing to change. I digress. Ball hits the turf, and they're able to get the play off. So making something out of nothing there. That was disaster at the onset, but as it is, the Wolverines were able to quickly pick that ball up, get off the left side, and make something out of nothing as Billingsley followed his blockers and picked up about 6. So Wolverines are fortunate there. Did I give our coffee order? I think I did. It was a large hot with milk and a large hot hazelnut. Regular. All right. Wing right split. Weak in the backfield. Here comes Power off to the right side. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Following his blocks there was, well, I'll tell you, it was either Oliver Bello or Connor Murphy because they're both listed as 88 in the on the roster here. But a first down. Nope, don't look at the ball. 43, rolling right, sets his feet, throws it in, airmails it. And that was number 40 with the intended receiver was Voisin, and he had broken, he was out of phase of the coverage. And that's a tough one. Usually when you play a wing T team and you're going to face the rollout, either a power flood pass or a waggle look. And the second timeout called by the Wolverines. Usually what you tell your defenders is we used to say, get your butt to the boundary and work back to the field because the routes are going to come to you at the sideline. Usually it's 3-tiered routes. You have a short, an intermediate, and a deep. And if you read pass, run to that sideline and work your way back towards the field, the routes will come at you. All right, football 101. That'll give us a chance to talk about Earth Tech Systems. They're a local premier green heating and cooling technology company. Their goal, save you time and save you money. They specialize in geothermal HVAC systems for your heating or cooling needs. Contact the experts at earthtechsystems.com. No install or repair project is too challenging for the experts in green HVAC technology, called Green Heating and Cooling Technology. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Deb Cody from the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal is a luxury realtor. She's licensed in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts and can assist you with your real estate goals. The Dow Group is the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire. Contact Deb at 603-945-2763 or email deb@thedowgroup.com. Wing left, split right. Weak. Again on the rollout, it could be and this time throwing back, and good job of scrambling back there. Scramble rules were in effect as I think it was Torrin Flood back there, was looking for a receiver off to the right side, and that time the Cougars at the point of attack, they beat the routes to the spot, and so now you have to improvise, come back to the left, and tough to throw the ball back over the middle late. I'll set up a big 3rd and 10 for the Wolverines. Wing is to the left. They have a slot to the right. Fullback set up behind the quarterback. Motion to trips. They'll run a toss sweep this time. So instead of the speed sweep, they bring an extra blocker to the point of attack, and they run the toss. Tried to bring more numbers at the point of attack than the Cougars could account for. And another timeout as there's 10 seconds left in the first half. That was a Brennan Voisin on that toss sweep. He had blockers out around the outside. I think the tackle may have even pulled. Could be wrong. But a good job by Nashua and at this point, you don't want to give up a touchdown. That is the goal here. That is the key. Keep everything in front of you. And the game changes a little bit from a strategy standpoint. If you're 31 yards out or 34 yards out and you're in the last play of the half and you give up a 33-yard run, that's not great, but it's okay because the half is over and you didn't score. You didn't let them score. So I'm sure that's the message that the coaching staff and the Cougar huddle is talking about now. Over on the Wolverine side, you can see the head coach and his assistant there doing some X's and O's, and I'm sure they're trying to get things set just right. We'll probably see some kind of a trick play potentially. Now, what play am I running here, Steve Cody, you ask? I'm running fullback trap. I'm running a fullback right up the gut because the clock stops on a first down. Quickly line up if you can. They will not be expecting the fullback trap is my guess. Most people are thinking, well, we're going to back everybody up in the secondary. Yeah, you can see the depth at which the secondary of the Cougars are playing. We'll see what they do. They'll run Waggle to the right. It's going to be Waggle throwback back here. Nobody was open. Good pass rush and a great job by the Cougars. And that is going to do it for the first half. So a nice job. That play that you were seeing there, folks, by the way, was called Waggle throwback. The quarterback rolls to his right, hope to get the defense flowing to that side, and then he throws it back to this side to a back out of the backfield up the sideline. That'll do it for the first half here from Stello Stadium in the JV2 game. It is 14-0 on the scoreboard, and we'll go in and we'll take a little break here, Steve. We're going to pay some bills. What do we got? Yeah. We'll have some fisherman friends. We'll wait for those coffees that I'm sure are soon to get here. And you are watching live on the Highlight Guy. This is Northeast Junior High Football League. Jason Roby, calling all of the action for you today. Steve Cody, as always, is the man on the moving pictures. We've got to pay some bills. We'll be right back with second half action right after these messages.
I'm a beast.
Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home.
I'm a beast.
Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind.
I'm a beast.
Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home.
I'm a beast.
Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. Step up in the building, swagger on point, right? Put your seatbelt on, cause it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long fight, but then again, maybe not. I'm about to get it in. Yeah, I got it on my mind. Let's end this thing in regulation. I ain't thinking overtime, cause I didn't work overtime, and I ain't trying to overgrind. I transform the beast mode just like
I was prime.
I can't hit the ball hard. I love this game, it's all I got. That's why I'm going all out and give it everything I got. Yeah, I give it all I got. As if it was my only shot. I play the game to win to the end until I pass out with you.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the past 20 years. If you're curious to know what the local market is like in your area, feel free to reach out via my website, deb.thedowgroup.com, and let's get connected.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The Highlight Guy can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguy.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Welcome back to Stello Stadium here in the Gate City of Nashua, New Hampshire. You are watching the highlight guy, Jason Roby, calling all the action for you. Steve Cody is the man on the moving pictures. He is the highlight guy. You're watching Northeast Junior High Football League action. It is the Derry Wolverines JV2 team against the Nashua Cougars JV2 team. And the game started out well for the Cougars as they had a big play on first down on their first series. Second play from scrimmage, they score a touchdown, but a penalty marched them back. They were not able to finish that drive. A couple of turnovers on both teams, and eventually the Derry Wolverines would punch one in. They'd get another one in the second quarter to go up 14-0. They missed their second two-point conversion. And that's where we stand here. We're about ready to start second half action. There is no kickoff to start these games. We have 6 of them for you today. Count them, 6. It's opening day for the Patriots. They'll play at 1 o'clock. But if the pro game isn't your thing, you still love amateurism, you come here and you watch youth football on a Sunday afternoon. It's raining here at Stello Stadium, but the brand new turf field is holding up quite nicely. The football, however, gets a little damp, a little wet, a little slippery, and we've seen each team cough it up. And it'll be interesting to see how the Cougars will adjust defensively. They've had some issues with the off-tackle play and the speed sweep play, so I'm sure Coach John Michael Pearson worked on some contain strategies at halftime, and we know the wing T runs what the wing T runs. So the Wolverines in their Michigan uniforms, also Delaware has that same look. They'll come out in a wing left split. Slot. On the clock. Motion into, here comes your little counter. They have a counter play, and Nashua actually had it sniffed out quite nicely. As lowering the boom there was number 88, Oliver Bello. The Cougars had the play sniffed out, but Bello had enough speed to get to the edge and bounce it around for a sizable gain on first down. He picked up about 6 there. Get the ball out to about the 41-yard line. We'll call it the 42. Second down and a long 3 for Derry. The miscommunication in the backfield. They'll come out in a wing right split. Weak formation. Well, belly play or dive play. Lost the ball, was able to get back on it. The ground may have caused that fumble, but was there to recover. A nice job defensively on that one by the Cougars. And Voisin picks up maybe a yard. This is a big play here. 3rd down and 2 for Derry. Be a great feather in the cap for the Cougars if they can get off the field here on this first series. Wing right split. And it looks to be strong this time. And they'll run power off to the right side. They'll get the yards to gain the first down. That was Henry Forbes off the right tackle following his lead blocks. They'll stop the clock long enough just to move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 Wolverines just shy of midfield. We'll call it the Derry 49-yard line. They are on the move. And again, series football at its finest. One play leads to the next, leads to the next. All starts with the formation. So now it looks like we have some unbalanced, potentially some unbalanced lines. So if you look to the left, it's an unbalanced line, which means they're probably going to run the ball over here. And Cougars had that one snuffed out. That play was not smooth, as it were, as so to say, as big number 65 was in the backfield for the Cougars there. That was Caleb Gerard. But when you looked at the, I was just about to say, I'm wondering if Derry's going to run some unbalanced line. They did. They had tackle over, guard, tackle, end, split end. So to the left of the center, there were 4 players on the line of scrimmage. Normally you see that there's 3. And you can create that advantage either by running a trips formation or motioning over there or by lining up over there. All right, they're back to their traditional now wing right split formation. Off tackle play, bounces to the outside. Nice job and good drive after the initial contact. There's a good play off the edge there. It could have been Lucas Hernandez there, maybe Fernandez as well. But after that initial contact, the thing you work on in practice all the time is keeping those legs driving. The initial contact came at about the 50, and he churned his legs for about 3 more yards. So that'll set up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 7-6 as it is. And the ball's on the carpet, rolling around, and fortunate. Sometimes the timing is off just a bit. Do not believe. So it was Caden, we'll call it Caden Graniglia, the quarterback. And it just was not a clean exchange between the speed sweep man and Caden, and the ball hit the carpet, lost a couple. So 4th down now and 9 as the rain continues to pour down here at Stello Stadium. Trap, best play in football. You heard me say it once, you heard me say it twice. I will say it forever. Good hustle to pull him down, but Voisin picked up a very, very sizable gain. 3rd and 9. Lucas Hernandez had to run him down. Otherwise, they would have been celebrating their 3rd touchdown. And I'll tell you, if you watch wing T plays or any kind of T formation stuff, every play is designed to cut back against the grain because of the downfield blocking on the backside. So that trap started on the right, broke to the left, and that's exactly what it's supposed to look like. Off to the right side. He'll bounce. He lost his footing there. He had the edge, but his feet may have tripped up over his own feet. I think that was Grayson Shank. Cougars are fortunate there, as I'm not sure the pursuit would have gotten to him in time. 2nd down and 12, loss of about 2 yards on the play, maybe 2.5. Cougars defense has to stand tall here. They got to keep that deficit to 14 points as the rain continues to pour down here at Stello Stadium. So now it's a tight end to the left, wing left. ISO play, bounces to the outside. He's got the edge, and they'll finally wrestle him out of bounds. Hernandez tracked him down, but not before Voisin reeled off a large chunk of yardage. It was about a 19-yard run, I believe. Call it 19. So 1st and goal for the Derry Wolverines. They're on the doorstep again, the 3-yard line. Wing right slot to the left, fullback behind the quarterback. Oh, you can't have 2 guys in motion. If this was Canada, it's a different story, or the indoor arena leagues. But that penalty is going to march the Wolverines back as the wing and the slot both went in motion at the same time. And I don't know that they called a penalty on that. Let's see. Because maybe he said they were moving on the snap of the ball as opposed to going in motion. So that is the case. Nope. Oh, they declined it. All right, I'm confused. It's official. Wing right split. Backs in the backfield. Power off to the right side. Cut back. Every play is designed to cut back. And there it was. Cloudy or clear. It became clear back to the left side. Cutting back against the grain. Number 88 is Connor Murphy. He's in for the touchdown. And it is 20-0 in favor of the Wolverines. We'll get the two-point conversion coming up here. The last time the Wolverines scored, they scored on that two-point conversion, but there was a penalty on the play, so they backed them up 15 yards. So they needed to get 18. They got 17. It was tackled just shy of the goal line. This time they'll try from the 3 for the two-point conversion. We'll see what they have dialed in. They just shooting the gaps there. That was big number 52, Dominic Colangeli, greeting the ball carrier. So it'll be first down for the Cougars, 20-0 in favor of the Wolverines. Bouvier Prepare provides comprehensive college recruiting consulting services for student athletes and their families. If you're looking for guidance in the process for lacrosse, field hockey, soccer, and volleyball, Bouvier Prepare can provide a personalized plan for success. Contact them at bouvierprepare@gmail.com or call 603-465-1102. Cougars will set up shop at their own 35-yard line. As mentioned, there is no kickoff here at this level of football. Skill players lining up. Clock continues to run in the third quarter. Motion into the backfield. Snap goes through the hands of the quarterback, gathers it back in. Fortunate to come away with that one. It was a good snap, but it just kind of slipped through the hands of Jordan Medeiros, the quarterback, and he had to fall on it. And that's a loss of about 6.5, 7 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 17 yards. Coach Travis calling the plays with signals from behind the offense. Trips to the right. Split end is left. Going to take a shot. Rainmaker up the middle. Ball nearly intercepted. So that'll set up third down. I didn't go into meteorology, Steve, because clearly I said the rain was supposed to stop, but maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe it's not. It's not raining in here, though, is it? Yes, just come up the stairs, folks, with those coffees. We'll be waiting here. We'll be here all day. Speed sweep, reverse. They had something brewing. Look at the left side. It may have been smooth sailing to the end zone, but their flags fly prior to that. A false start on the Cougars. So, great analogy to use on a day like today. When it rains, it pours. And so, too, does it for the Nashua Cougars. That play was destined to potentially find its way at least to the first down sticks, maybe more. But unfortunately blown dead. Legal procedure. He'll just run the same thing again, and the ball gets fumbled, and this time he went to the well one too many times, and the ball was picked up by the Wolverines. And Derry will set up shop 1st and 10 inside the Nashua 20-yard line. The Nashua Cougars youth football program is thriving in their 3rd year, and they're looking forward to seeing where next season brings them. They have the hardest working group of coaches who dedicate their time to developing athletes' football skills and teaching them life lessons that they will carry with them for the rest of their lives. If you'd like to become one of those coaches, please contact them at NashuaCougars.net. That's NashuaCougars.net. And I will tell you firsthand, this Cougar organization works closely with the high school group, and the future looks bright for the Nashua North Titans. Watching some of these Cougar teams out here, especially that 7th and 8th grade team that you'll see later today, coached by Coach Travis. They're the defending state champions, and they have 8 of 11 starters back. Power off the right side. Good, tough run there. Nice tackle by number 69. That was Jason Guzman, or Jason Guzman, excuse me. Apologize if I mispronounced your name. But Guzman was there to kind of keep that ball carrier from extending any further. It was a gain of about 4.5, we'll call it. 2nd down, wing is right, split end is left, 2 backs in the backfield to the weak side. Oh, another bobbled snap. Somehow they get it off, and a little bumper pool being played out there. And again, 2nd and 3rd effort. Wow, what a play. Plastic explosives down there on the right sideline as Grayson Shank finds the end zone. It was a major collision. Both players showing that physics really is a thing. And then they came back into each other again at about the 2-yard line. And that time Shank won the battle, and he is in for 6 points. It is 26-0 now in favor of the Wolverines. You'll watch that one back on the highlight guy. That might be a highlight guy. Highlight. Thanks, Steve. Couldn't find the words. Power off to the left side, and he'll go right in off tackle for the 2-point conversion. Are you losing my sound, Steve? No? I'm still good? Okay. All right, so it is 28-0 now in favor of the Derry Wolverines. We have about 58 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Jason Roby calling all the action for you here today. Me and my fisherman friend. The cough drops that I will surely get into at some point here today during the course of calling all these games. Steve Cody, the man on the moving pictures, as always. He is the highlight guy. And if you've not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button so that you can be aware whenever we schedule a live stream. All right, the Cougars will set up shop at their own 40-yard line. They'll wind the clock. This should be maybe 1 or 2 plays left. They're asking the clock to start. They haven't started it yet. There it goes. Rolling to his right, taking a shot, got a man in the flat, pass is complete, out to about the 44-yard line. Nice catch, he's up, walking gingerly back towards the field, towards, I would say, huddle, but they don't huddle, is Jasani Cutter. That was a pickup of about 3 yards on that pass play. This should be the last play of the quarter. Give us a chance to talk about Earth Tech Systems. one of our fine sponsors here at the Highlight Guy. This is an illegal formation. This 42 someone has to get on the line, and that will do it for the quarter. And there's Coach. You can see Coach Travis counting. You have to be on the line of scrimmage. There you go. And see, there's a good teachable moment. And that really is what football's all about, teaching kids life skills and also teaching them the proper way to line up and the rules of the game. EarthTech Systems is a premier provider of heat pump technology with a strong specialization in geothermal HVAC systems. By championing energy efficiency and sustainability, their innovative solutions not only prioritize environmental benefits, but also help customers save significantly on energy costs. Whether you're considering a new heat pump system or need repairs, their skilled team is ready to handle even the most complex projects. Learn more about their cutting-edge design and unmatched expertise at earthtechsystems.com. That's earthtech, T-E-C-H, systems.com. Fourth quarter about to get underway here at Stello Stadium. Rain-soaked Stello Stadium, 28-0 Derry Wolverines. It'll be a second down, and we'll call it 7 for the Cougars. Little handoff right up the gut. Good initial blocking, good surge. And gathering. Nice run there on second down. It's hustling off the field. Looks to be number 27. That's Jackson Young. Third down and 4, we'll call it. Speed sweep to the left side. He's got the edge. Oh, and he kind of stopped running there. Nice block out here on the edge, and a little extracurricular activities, and flags will fly as two players kind of go at it there. Both of those players have been playing tough all day long as Hernandez and Henry Forbes went at it. Little extra laundry on the field there. You have a great block out there to so I'm sure there'll be some unsportsmanlike conduct on both players is my guess. And again, teachable moment for kids. And a lot of times your emotions get the better of you. And we saw that on Monday, or the first Thursday night game between Dallas and Philadelphia. And it really costs your team. At the beginning of that game, an unfortunate incident before the first play from scrimmage even happened. And the kids are watching out there, fans. The kids are watching. So make sure you, if you play at a high school or a college level or even a professional level, you've got to display the right behavior. It's not always easy. So we'll see what the official calls. Probably going to be unsportsmanlike on both teams. Referee coming over to the sideline, I'm sure, to give an explanation as to what transpired and how we're going to move forward from this. 13:33 to go in the game. And I'm sure the both coaching staffs will talk to their respective players and see what happens after that. A strong wind comes over the microphone system here at Stello Stadium, so we're still looking for the call from the official. So it appears that both players have come out of the game. I'm sure that is both referee and coach decision. But they're still talking about these offsetting penalties, and it's a dead ball foul, so there will be no change. Yeah, and that's exactly correct. It came after the snap. Offsetting unsportsmanlike penalties, they negate each other. So it'll be a 3rd down and 2 for the Cougars. Off the left side, he's got a gap. If he can get there, he does. Nice job hitting the seam, getting vertical. Number 31 there, Kane Pacheco on the carry. He gets dragged down by a couple of Wolverines, but not before picking up a Cougar 1st down. So good effort there by Pacheco. Slot is to the left. Sniffer is to the left. They're in the pistol formation. Handoff outside. Nice job. Hitting the hole hard. Got to hold that ball. And again, Pacheco, positive yardage, tackled down by number 46, Cody McIntyre, but he'll get a tough yard out of that one. Call it 2nd down and 9. Coach Travis calling plays out there on the 41-yard line. Oh, a little bootleg to the right side. They came with the same look. He had one man to beat. He does. Picks up some positive yardage. Ooh, that could be a horse collar tackle. No call there, but a nice job of ball faking and carrying out the fakes. And Medeiros rolls to his right, had a lot of real estate out there, and picks up about 6 or 7 yards. That'll set up a 3rd and manageable along 2.5, we'll call it. And again, good job blocking up front. Hits the hole. This one going to be short of the 1st down, but it's going to be close. Good job blocking up front initially. And again, that was Pacheco on the carry. He's carrying the mail quite a bit here in the final frame of the game. All right. Fourth down and about 1.5 yards to go for the Cougars. They're going to try to keep the drive going, and they're not going to have enough men on the line of scrimmage. They're going to get called for it, so this one's coming back. It will, unfortunately, that a nice run there by the quarterback. He spins the ball on the ground, does Medeiros, but there are only 6 guys on the line of scrimmage, I think. You can see the flag on the far side of the field. The referee just picked it up. They're coming back because they only had 6 men on the line of scrimmage, as we talked about before. You have to have 7. Got to have 7. While they march this one back, the Nashua Cougars Board of Directors is a group of people who came together for one purpose. That's to create the best possible, easy for me to say, opportunity for every youth football player in North Nashua. They provide scholarships, transportation, and go above and beyond on a daily basis for all of their athletes. They're the one big Cougar family. If you're interested in joining the Nashua Cougars Board of Directors, go to NashuaCougars.net. That's NashuaCougars.net. We've had the opportunity to work closely with Beth Cummings and Jim Beninati, and they've been fantastic supporters of the highlight guy, and there's a nice partnership here. And Jim and Beth, fantastic people, always helping out the kids. That ball thrown over the middle, nobody there. So that started out as a pretty good looking drive. They'll turn it over on downs, will the Cougars. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolverines, with just under 9 minutes to go in this first of 6 games. Appreciate the opportunity to come out here today and call these games for you. For folks that were unable to make it out here to Stello Stadium today, you can watch us on the Highlight Guy. We have people calling from all over the country, actually, grandparents and aunts and uncles and family members and friends that say, hey, we tune into the Highlight Guy to watch your games because we can't obviously get to the Stello Stadium in Nashua. We provide you with great visuals, exceptional play-by-play call and color commentary. Opinions vary, of course, but it's our pleasure to do so. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines as they set up on their own 39-yard line. Clock continues to run, 8 minutes. This will be a quarterback keeper around the left side, and tough angle there coming inside out. You got to come outside in on that one. Is off to the races is number 13, and he's going to score on this play. He's going to go all the way in for the touchdown. That is the quarterback, Caden Jerniglia. Caden, from his own 39-yard line, went the distance. So we'll call that a 61-yard jaunt down the left side. And it is 34-0 in favor of the Wolverines. There'll be a break in the action at the conclusion of this one. And we'll have the 1st and 2nd grade game coming up. EarthTech Systems is a local premier green heating and cooling technology company. Their goal is to save you time and money. They specialize in geothermal HVAC systems. For your heating or cooling needs, contact the experts at earthtechsystems.com. No install or repair project is too challenging for the experts in green HVAC technology. Contact them today. earthtechsystems.com. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Deb Cody from the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal is a luxury realtor. She's licensed in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts and can assist you with your real estate goals. The Dow Group is the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire. Contact Deb at 603-945-2763 or email Deb at thedowgroup.com. That's Deb, D-E-B, at thedowgroup.com. Are you looking to play sports in college? If yes, then let the Highlight Guy help you get noticed and recruited. We create highlight videos. We film sporting events, and like today, we live stream, all with the goal of helping athletes get noticed by college coaches. With the Highlight Guy, you are the star. Let us help you. Go to thehighlightguy.com or email Steve at thehighlightguy.com to get started. That's Steve, S-T-E-V-E, at thehighlightguy.com. Little off tackle play off to the left side. Nice job. Oh, and a reach from behind pull down. That's a good sizable gain on first down. Would have been more, but a good tackle from behind by pulling the jersey. So that 2-yard gain could have been a lot worse. Good tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 8 from the 42-yard line of the Cougars. Shotgun snap. Almost looked like a delayed draw. Oh, nice tackle there. Shooting the gap. He read the play. It was Brock Samoset, hope I said that right, but Brock the Rock got in there and laid the wood. Gain of a yard there. The play looked like a little delayed draw. And it will set up a third down. We'll call it 7. Rolling to his left. Little drop pass is complete. Good tackling there by Derry as they rally up. That was 85, Adam Legendra, and number 17, I believe, Brock again. You can hear some stretching going on off to our right as the Cougars, next game, prepares to take the field here in the rain. 4th down for the Cougars. Pass was complete, by the way, to Dominic Colangeli. Little student body into the boundary, nothing doing as they had that one sniffed out. That was Lucas Coleman and Gage Clark. Jordan Medeiros tried to roll out to his left and was met there by those two youngsters. 3:43 to go in this one. The Derry Wolverines will win our first match of the day, our first game here of the season. And it's the NFL kickoff today as the Patriots set to play the Los Angeles Raiders, and New Hampshire native Chip Kelly, the offensive coordinator for the Raiders. He was actually my coach when I was in college at the University of New Hampshire. He was the offensive, he was a running backs coach, and then became the offensive coordinator at UNH, and went on to do great things at Oregon and UCLA, and then won the national title with Ohio State and Ryan Day last year as the OC. A couple of stints in the NFL with the Eagles head coach and the 49ers head coach. And now he's back with the Raiders. And there's a UNH player on the Raiders, running back over there. Pretty good player. We'll talk about him in a little bit. Nice little quick hitter up the gut. And that was number 17, Brock Samoset again. He has the necessary yardage for a first down. Yeah, Dylan Lauby will play for the Raiders today. He was a free agent that 2 years ago that signed with the Raiders, and he's still with them. And the quarterback, I believe, that played at UNH as well made an NFL roster. I want to say it was Green Bay. I'll have to check that. Nice to see some New Hampshire products playing and coaching in the National Football League. Wing right, split left. Little dive play off the left side. Pickup of about 8 yards there. Quick hitter on the reverse pivot, straight ahead dive. I think that was Murphy on the carry. "70 seconds and counting in this one. Looks like the rain is slowing down a little bit. And again, the new turf field here, you can see it there on the highlight guy. Steve Cody once again proving me wrong. But the new turf here at the stadium is it's excellent, well done, and safe for the kids to play on, and it gets a lot of use. Everything from youth all the way through high school. We are proof of that. They'll just take a knee and run this one out. They do not have to run another play here at Stello Stadium. And it's going to be the Derry Wolverines victorious in game 1 of 6. They'll get the victory in this one over the Nashua Cougars 34-0 as both teams will meet at the 50-yard line for the post-game handshake. And, you know, for the Cougars, it started out pretty well. And a couple of turnovers there, a couple of fumbles, giving the Wolverines a short field. And things go downhill real quick when you're trying to play from behind and you're having trouble holding the ball. And the Wolverines were able to just come out and not turn the ball over. Good field control of the ball, running their system, and methodically make their way out to a 34-0 victory. As you see, good sportsmanship being showed by both coaching staffs and both groups of players as they meet at the 50. And these young men will eventually one day see each other again on the high school gridiron, probably right here at Stello Stadium at some point in the near future. I want to thank you all for watching game 1 here on the highlight guy. Jason Roby calling the action for you. Steve Cody, the man on the moving pictures. We'll be back with game 2 as both teams are preparing to take the field in the rain. 1 of 6 is in the books. It was the Northeast Junior High Football League Derry Wolverines, their JV2 team, beating the Nashua Cougars 34-0. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with game number 2 of 6 here. You are watching The Highlight Guy.